How's it going?
Going well, how are you?
Great. So, we did so many new anime in 2024, and we have our first look
At a new anime series.
Yeah, our first impressions of an anime series. This one I'm excited about.
Yeah.
Ever since I heard about it, what are we talking about?
We are talking about Ameku M.D. Doctor Detective, which is an anime that asks the question, what if Sherlock Holmes was a doctor and also your anime waifu?
That was really good. Where did that come from? You just imagine that?
Yeah.
That was really brilliant. I saw the poster a few weeks ago, and I was really stoked because, we love detective shows.
Mm-hmm.
We loved Apothecary Diaries last year. Yay, a doctor who solves crimes. I love this. So the first episode, Dr. Ameku, she just sort of solves a bunch of actual medical mysteries.
Yeah.
And I was concerned. I was like, oh no, is this just House?
Yeah, does detective, is that sort of more metaphorical? She's really into medical mysteries.
Exactly. But luckily, thank God, somebody got murdered.
Yeah.
What do you think about it? And we've only watched 3 episodes.
Yeah, it's only 3 episodes in. It's based on, a light novel series?
It's based on a novel, yeah.
I really enjoyed it. It was so much fun. Like I said, it really is a Sherlock Holmes type show.
For sure, yeah.
Except your main character is as so many of these eccentric anime characters are just so joyful and she's so excited to be solving crimes, so excited about murder.
Yeah. Well, she's one of those lead characters that's a genius, doesn't mince words, it has no tact.
Yeah.
So she pisses a lot of people off.
She also looks like she's in high school, which is kind of hilarious.
Yeah.
The other thing about her is that we've learned but haven't really seen yet is that a bunch of her family also work at the hospital.
Yeah.
She seems to be sort of the misfit of them. She's clearly the genius. They're all smart, but I think she's probably the genius of the family.
Oh, for sure.
But the total misfit.
She is the director of the Department of Investigative Pathology. I like characters like this.
Yeah.
I love geniuses that are pushy and do their own thing, but for the good of, like you said, Sherlock Holmes.
They follow a lot of the tenets of Sherlock Holmes shows. She has her Watson, who is her younger protege doctor in this case, that she calls Coterie.
Yeah.
And then, oh my God, I love when her sister, who's also high up in the hospital, was you're not allowed to solve crimes anymore. You just have to stop this. So clearly this is something that she's done before. We also met some of the detectives that she's definitely worked with before. Yeah. And everyone's like, you gotta stop solving crimes, Ameku. And she's like, nah.
I love that the one detective she is always kind of working with, he looks like Columbo.
Totally.
And she even makes fun of him for cosplaying as a Western detective or something like that. I think it's really cool, basically we've had in the 3 episodes 2 mysteries.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they were both really intriguing, especially the first one. I think it's a really promising series. Like you said, if you're into Sherlock, or if you like the Apothecary Diaries, or you like House, because it is very much like House, this is a show for you. I also like when she figures it all out. She's in a weird orb, like a numbers orb in her brain.
You know what's funny about this show?
What?
If you've ever thought to yourself, hey, I wish I could get my parents to watch anime, but they only watch those shows on CBS.
Totally.
This could be your chance.
Yeah. But I will say it is a lot of reading and a lot of
there's no dub of it yet.
And it's bigger words. It's not it's medical terms. It's not I'm gonna be the strongest fighter in my village so that I can save the day. It's it's a lot. It's a lot of medical jargon. Yeah. Especially it's almost like there was it's almost like the first minute of the anime was a test. Because it was her writing a dissertation or something, and it was very it was very dense, the words.
And the worst part was you're reading it and you're like, am I going to need to know this? Is this important?
Yeah, totally.
It's oh God, is this going to be on the test?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh God, if I don't read all of this, is it going to put me behind for later in the show?
Yes.
It doesn't. She's like Dr. House, you know, solving the unsolvable medical cases.
Oh, totally.
And also crime.
And she's a pain in the ass like Dr. House.
Yeah.
I love that in the 3rd episode, she had to go undercover to get into the psychiatric ward of her own hospital because she had been banned based on her personality. I just love that. I think it's fun and and it's super fun. So the good news is that there's only 3 episodes,
so far,
and by the time this airs, It'll still only be 3 because they had to delay the 4th episode. So yeah, I think people should check it out.
Absolutely.
It's on Crunchyroll right now.
Yeah.
It's only subtitled. There's no dub yet. But yeah, any final words?
No, I think this is one worth keeping an eye on. It's very different than a lot of the other ones that we've watched.
Well, because it is grounded. It's very much grounded. Like in the real world.
Yeah, it's funny because there's definitely scenes where Kotori has to hold her back because she's getting like all like hyped up and upset about something.
Yes.
But you don't have any of the things like you don't get hard eyes. She doesn't go chibi or like Apothecary Diaries when she goes all kitty.
Like cat mode. Yeah, totally.
None of that happens.
Ameku M.D. Doctor Detective
is
on Crunchyroll. Check it out.
Check it out.